Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We're going to take a seriously fascinating grade 7 textbook chapter and transform it into a vibrant step-by-step project guide all about plant biology. Whether you've got a total green thumb or, you've literally never planted a seed in your life, we're going to break down exactly how you can master the art of creating the absolute perfect environment for plants to thrive. Okay, let's take a quick look at our roadmap. First, what are life forms? Second, plants are like us. Third, the magic of nurseries. Fourth, learning from the experts. And finally, number 5, growing your skills. Let's jump right in. Section 1, watch our life forms, understanding the living world around us. Before we even think about building a habitat, we first need to establish exactly what it is we're taking care of. So, the crucial takeaway here is that our project isn't just about moving some dirt around and watering leaves. It's about nurturing complex life forms that actually share this planet with us. The textbook purposefully groups plants right alongside human beings, mammals, and even bacteria. When we start a project like a plant nursery, we're basically stepping into the role of a caretaker for a slice of the Earth's biodiversity. What's super interesting is seeing students out there actively in the field. Working with life forms isn't something you can just read about sitting at a desk, right? It takes keen, active observation of the biodiversity right in your own backyard. Notice the magnifying glass, the clipboard for taking notes, the gentle way they're handling the leaves. That's exactly the mindset we have to adopt. Curious, observant, and respectful of the living things we're studying. Section 2. Plants are like us, empathizing with botanical needs. To truly succeed in growing plants, we gotta look past the hard science for a second and realize something surprisingly simple. Plants actually have comfort levels, just like we do. Think about this quote straight from our source chapter. Think about how completely miserable extreme weather makes you feel. That dry, itchy skin in the dead of winter, or the overwhelming heat on a crazy humid summer day. This empathy is the absolute key to understanding why plants need very specific environments to survive. They feel those extremes of humidity and temperature too. It just messes with their growth stages, instead of giving them itchy skin. This comparison really hits the nail on the head. Just as we tweak our own homes to stay comfortable, like, say, putting a bowl of water near a space heater so the air doesn't dry out, plants desperately rely on optimal temperature and humidity to thrive. In nature, you'll see this when plants cluster near water streams or ponds just to find that perfect microclimate. But what if there isn't a stream nearby? Well, that is where we come in. Section 3. The magic of nurseries. Bypassing the seasons. Let's see how this whole concept builds into the core solution of our project, the plant nursery. It's amazing to see students taking total control of their environment. They're physically creating a space where they can completely dictate the climate regardless of what the weather is doing outside. They're essentially building a customized comfort zone for their plants. Now, you might be asking yourself, if plants naturally grow in the wild anyway, and they've adapted to their local environments over thousands of years, why do we need to go through all this effort to build specialized, artificial structures for them? Well, the answer is all about bypassing nature's limits. Nurseries act kind of like magic because they let us cheat the seasons. By artificially creating that ideal temperature and humidity we just talked about, plants can be grown whenever we need them, not just when the season says it's time. This guarantees a continuous, year-round supply of healthy plants for our homes, our gardens, and our vital agricultural fields. We aren't waiting around for the perfect weather anymore. We're creating it. Section 4. Learning from the experts. Field research and interviews. Now, obviously, we can't just guess how to run a complex nursery. The textbook smartly tells us to step out of the classroom and conduct actual field research with local experts who do this for a living. Gathering accurate data is a massive part of this project journey. When you visit a local nursery, you're not just there to look at pretty flowers. You've got to think like a scientist. You must document the date, note the exact name of the nursery, categorize the types of plants they're growing, whether that's vegetable, fruit, or ornamental, and really observe the specific tools they're using. This makes sure we actually understand the practical management side of things before we ever try it ourselves. To help you get the absolute best operational secrets, our source material actually gives you a step-by-step checklist of questions to ask. Ask them how they propagate their plants. Ask for their secrets on maintaining shade and optimal temperature. Find out exactly how they balance water and humidity. And, super critically, ask how they defend their delicate plants from pests, animals, and even just careless human activity. This interview process, This is where the real practical learning happens. Section 5, Growing Your Skills. Reflecting on the project and your future. The final phase of our explainer focuses on what happens after the seeds are planted. It's all about self-reflection and how to translate this hands-on project into lifelong, real-world skills. A really essential part of this assignment is the what did I do and how long did it take activity. See, this isn't just biology anymore, it's pure project management. By tracking your hours on a timeline, from the initial expert visit to prepping the beds, planting, and ongoing observation, you are mastering essential time management skills. You're learning to estimate effort, stick to a schedule, and actually see a long-term project through to the very end. Which brings us to our final thought. As you look back on the hurdles you faced, maybe a seed didn't sprout or you totally struggled to get the temperature right, and the things you absolutely love doing, ask yourself a really big question. How might the skills from this simple school nursery shape your entire future? Could learning to empathize with a plant today be the very first step toward a lifelong career as a botanist, a forest officer, or even a revolutionary agriculture scientist tomorrow? The seeds you plant today in this project might just grow into your future. Keep learning, keep observing, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.